Most respected colleagues of Parliament, the veteran leader of MDMK, Thiru Vaikoji, and the parliamentary party leader of Dravida Munneta Kazhagam in Parliament, Priyathodar Kanimozhi, Sri A. Raja, Duraraj and other colleagues in Parliament and dear friends and comrades. First of all, on behalf of Piraichigara Socialist Kachi, Revolutionary Socialist Party, I fully declare on behalf of myself and on behalf of my party, Revolutionary Socialist Party, extend our full support and solidarity to the cause being taken by the students wing of Dravida Munneta Kazhagam regarding the UGC guidelines and the national education policy. I think the students wing of Dravida Munneta Kazhagam under the strong leadership of Shri M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, you are the first wing of the students movement in Delhi against the UGC University Grants Commission guidelines, and I would like to congratulate all the students leaders and the student friends who have travelled from Tamil Nadu and come to Parliament so as to put up the cause of the students, not only the students wing of the state of Tamil Nadu. It is an issue concerning the whole country because the UGC, the draft guidelines issued by the University Grants Commission, is totally distracting the higher education in the country. It is absolutely against the federal principles of the Constitution, and all it is a market-oriented education being promoted by the BJP and the Modi-led government in the country during the last 11 years. In the slogan just now, the students' comrades and the students' friends have already put the sloganeering that it is a market-oriented education system being pursued by the Modi government. They want to have the products, commercial products, not the students and the new generation with the national interest and the progress of the country. So such a market-oriented education system is being adopted in the national education policy, and the University Grants Commission draft guidelines number 1 and 2, which was pronounced in the year 2024, and 2025, the draft guidelines of the UGC, first and the second guidelines are absolutely in consonance with the national education policy adopted by this government at the center. See, almost all the leaders, they've already spoke. The basic issue which we are raising is, this is absolutely against the federalism, the federal principles in letter and spirit of the federal principles of the Constitution. I would like to raise only one point regarding the constitutional aspect of this UGC guidelines 1 and 2. See, if we examine that the chairman and the vice chairman and the 10 members of the University Grants Commission, total 12 members of the University Grants Commission, they are issuing regulations by virtue of Section 26 of the UGC Act of 1952. Yes, we do agree that the UGC University Grants Commission is having the authority to issue the regulations so as to conduct the business of the UGC University Grants Commission. By invoking the powers under Section 26 of the UGC Act, UGC is issuing the guidelines, draft guidelines, so as to revamp the higher education system in the whole country. And further, it is violating the laws passed by the state legislative assemblies and assented by the governors of the state and even assented by the president of the country. So my pertinent question I would like to raise is whether the UGC having 10 members with the chairman and the vice chairman, whether they are having the legislative power to override the legislations passed by the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, the legislations passed by the Kerala Legislative Assembly, because the University of Kerala and the Madras University and almost all the universities of the state are being constituted by the legislations of the state legislative assembly. That is the autonomous right of the state government. It is absolutely in autonomous character and unique character. What is a university? A university means it is depending on so many factors. Their salient features are different, they are unique, they are autonomous, and it is based on the culture and the culture and the tradition of the particular university that is being described. My specific question to the government of India, and we should know whether UGC consisting of the chairman and the vice chairman and 10 members who are being nominated by the government of India have the right to override the legislations and the acts passed by the state legislative assemblies, and whether they can take over the control and administration of the state universities. That is why GMK and all the progressive parties which stands for the federalism is fighting against this cause, and by means of these two regulations, the appointment of the vice chancellors, the appointment of the and all other officials, and even the system of administration of the concerned universities will be in consonance with, or it is fully in compliance of these two regulations. That means the state's autonomy is being taken away, and the right of the state to have the higher education, better system of higher education, it is absolutely being taken away. That is the sole reason by which we are all with you, so as to fight against the BJP government at the center. They want to make, as already cited by Vaikoji, that one nation, one language, one nation, one religion, one nation, one faith, one nation, one tax, one nation, one election. So, Akhilesh Yadav ji, the Samajwadi Party leader, has come to the dais. On behalf of the organizers, I extend a hearty welcome to Akhilesh ji. எல்லாரும் முன்னாடி வாங்க, கொஞ்சம் முன்னாடி வாங்க தம்பி. வாங்க, அங்கங்க நிக்கிற தோழர்கள். So this is a very important issue. It is not the question. I want to reiterate that this is not the issue of Tamil Nadu. This is the issue concerning the whole nation. The federal fabric of the government, the federal fabric of the nation is being totally disturbed, and the right of the state governments to have the higher education, to control and administer the higher education is being taken away, is being taken by 12-member UGC, means it is overriding the rights of the state powers guaranteed by the Constitution of India, and the market-oriented education policy being pursued by the national education policy adopted by the BJP government is also to be questioned, for which once again I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations and support and solidarity on behalf of my party and on behalf of myself to the cause of the students in India. And I want to once again congratulate you, because this issue is not a simple issue. It is not concerning, or it is not affecting the state of Tamil Nadu. The entire nation and the federalist principle of the Constitution is being challenged, for which you have come to Delhi and to fight against these policies. Once again, I would like to congratulate and declare my solidarity, and we will march forward. Definitely, we, on behalf of the members of the parliament, we would like to assure you that during the budget session, definitely this issue will be taken up on the floor of the parliament, so as to redress the grievances of the students community in India. With these words, once again, I congratulate and declare my solidarity. Thank you very much.